Probably a goodly number of the people that you're called in to assist are mired down in credit card debt, that quicksand that is huge debt because of credit cards.
Right, because credit's so easy to obtain nowadays. Even if you've had a recent bankruptcy, one of the first things you'll get as you come out of a bankruptcy is an offer for a car loan. The car loan might be as high as 40% interest. That's part of the reason for that is Illinois has no usury laws. In a lot of the credit card agreements, even for folks with perfect credit, I don't care if they start you out at 0% interest, a lot of the credit card agreements have weasel clauses, I like to call them, where if you're 1 day late on a payment, not only do they hit you with a late fee and then drive you over your limit and hit you with an over limit fee, but then they also jack up your interest rate from 0% to say 29%, just for being 1 day late. The sorts of things that I do for my neighbors is I take them from, say, having credit card debt, auto loans, student loans, past due property taxes, sold property taxes, you name it, pretty much any financial problem they could have, judgments, collections, wipe them out within about 3 weeks' time, and I restructure all their debts. They save anywhere between, say, $500 to over $2,000 a month in their monthly bills. The folks I help also get 2 months no bills whatsoever, and for most folks that saves them for anywhere from $4,000 to say $10,000 right there, money kept in their pockets. Also, cash as little or as much as they want in most every case. We've gotten folks almost $500,000 cash in one case. Another lady got $204,000 cash.
Oh, wow. You know, a lot of people, and I'm going to play devil's advocate a little bit here, Scott. A lot of people are going to say, whoa, that's too good to be true. Do you get that a lot?
I do all the time, and that's why I show my testimonials. You know, on our website, we have the testimonials in video and audio, and I've been interviewed on radio shows before, besides your program here today, and my testimonials speak for themselves. In fact, somebody got my letter in the mail with some testimonials enclosed and thought it was so good to be true that they sent it to the Illinois Attorney General's office. And I got a letter from the Attorney General the same day that the 8 different families featured in my mailing got the same letter from the Attorney General's office. And so I was very concerned, and I called the Attorney General's office, and they said, well, it's okay, Mr. Tucker. 3 of the folks that we sent the letters to in your testimonials, they called to say what a great job you did for them already. So we don't even need to hear from the other 5 people, and in fact, we're closing the case.
We're going to hear a lot from some of the folks that you've worked with, and some of them pretty emotional about the things you've done. Scott, what about a person who has major debt hanging over their head and a bad credit report, just plain bad, and yet they need to make a major purchase of some kind, perhaps handle a medical situation of some kind? Are you going to be able to help them?
Folks have called me with credit scores in the 400s, which, if you don't know, is very, very bad, about almost as low as it gets. We've been able to boost our credit scores over over the 500-point mark in as little as 1 week in some cases. The other folks, in a couple of weeks or a month's time, put it over 500 points. As soon as we have a 500 credit score or above, we're off to the races. So even if somebody has a 490 or 480 credit score, they should still contact us and see what we can do. As soon as they get the 500 credit score, we have a number of lenders that we've been able to find that will help them, and we are able to solve all their problems again in 3 weeks' time.
I'll take another wild guess here, but I would imagine it's got to be just very satisfying to you to see the things that you're able to accomplish with some of these families that may have been falling apart, having their homes fall down around them as a result of poor handling of money, let's face it, and that they have bad credit, they have huge debt. It must be greatly satisfying to be of use in that regard.
Well, again, it goes back to a lot of the things that my family went through when I was a child and the stuff that I went through growing up. One lady that I helped, we saved her house from foreclosure. In fact, during the 3-week process,
one morning there was a knock at the door, a hard thump, and the guy living here got up and went to go see who it was, and they said Sheriff's Department, and he said, honey, it's for you. So I proceeded to go to the door and open the door, and it was a sheriff handing me an eviction notice because of the back taxes that were not paid on the house. once I told them everything, Scott Tucker just took care of me, and everything was being resolved as they were standing on my porch, they then in turn went away.
The sheriff went away?
Yep. He said,
Whoa.
if you took care of it, then that's fine.
What an emotional shock that must have been to have the sheriff standing on your front door.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't something I ever expected, especially for back taxes. Before my mom died, I knew that she was letting things go bad. And once she did die, and I realized how far in debt she was. When the sheriff, I love my home. I've been here for 25 years. And I don't want to lose it. And I didn't want to lose it. And Scott saved me from not losing it. He helped me out in that sense. And it was hard for me. It was. Because I just thought another bill. More in debt. You know, more things I have to worry about as far as now I got somebody at my door telling me they're going to throw me out of my family home. You know, and that's just, it was very unsettling for me.
And because of Scott, it didn't happen.
You know, I still have my home. We're in it now.
Not only was he able to fix up the debt situation, you got some extra cash out of the deal. Were you able to do some nice things with it?
Yes, I did. I got a nice amount of cash. Put a new roof on, new electricity, went on vacation, did fun things. I finally was able to live a little bit. So it was definitely good. I thought it was great for what he did for me.
So you've got a pretty strong tie to this guy, not only from the standpoint of a service that he provided. I mean, he's unique. He knows things other people don't know, I think.
Not only that, you don't get the brush off from Scott. You can call him and he doesn't brush you off. You know, if you call him and he's not there, you leave him a message, he'll get back to you. You know, he's a busy man. I know that, but he's never. You don't get the brush off from him.
He keeps in touch with you as well. Tell me about that.
Oh, you get monthly letters from him. I receive postcards.
What happens to all those postcards and pictures and letters that you get from Scott Tucker? Something very American, I suspect. Where do they end up?
On my fridge, on a clip that I keep. It's actually designated for his stuff. When it comes in, it goes right in there.
Right on the refrigerator.
Yeah,
That's
right
very American. That's what I
Yes.
was talking about.
Yes.
Good. Okay. You not only are able to help some of these people get out of debt, but you can also help them obtain pretty large amounts of cash while they're doing it. Is that true?
It certainly is. I've had folks totally gut rehab their entire house, put brand new roofs, drywall, kitchens, carpet, anything you can think of. You name it, they've done it.